Hey Westside, this is Pastor Ralph, and it's the middle of November, and a couple weeks ago we sent out a letter inviting you all to prayerfully consider your pledge as far as giving to the church, and wanted to both remind you about that, but take an opportunity to do a little bit of teaching. I believe that God wants to create in us generous hearts, that we don't find a law in the New Testament about how much to give. Instead, Jesus calls us to something higher, to follow him and to hold everything that we have as really belonging to him, and then to grow in discernment about what he's calling us to do, both how to use our time, our talents, and then our monies for the advancement of his kingdom. And money is a powerful influence. It is one of those tools that we have that isn't completely neutral. It pulls on the heart to become more than just a tool. And the biblical word that's used in the New Testament for money, most typical, especially by Jesus, is mammon, which was a god. And money can function that way. It can become the driving force of our lives. And one of the best ways to put money in its proper place is by submitting it to the Lord and prayerfully saying, Lord, what would you have me do with all that you have given me? And that's why we send out these pledge cards, and we have this discipline. From one standpoint, we can look as we look to put together the budget for the church and plan out ministry and programs and set agendas for the coming year of last year's giving. And we have a lot to be thankful for in this year. In the midst of COVID, the church has been giving and supporting not only the ministry of the church, but giving beyond, as we've been able to give tens of thousands of dollars to help people in our community, providing food and other means. And it's wonderful to see. That is really the passion and call that God has for us to become people who use all of our resources to bless others. And so one of the practical ways, and this is probably for me, why I continue to lift up this as a discipline, is to say it's a good thing, at least once a year, probably more regularly than that, but to sit there and to really say, okay, Lord, how am I submitting my wallet to you? And so we're asking you to do that again. We're hoping that you'll be able to turn these pledge cards into us by the 1st of December. If it takes a little bit longer, we understand those things, and people are often turning them in over the first couple months of the year. But we do use the information that you provide. Also, this year, want you to know that there's going to be continued opportunities to give at Thanksgiving and Christmas to help people in need. And we also have lifted up the opportunity to make a capital improvement. We have about a $250,000 project before us as far as replacing the heating unit that we have in the south building. And while we have approved through the congregation taking a loan out, we also want to extend the opportunity to say, do we even need to take a loan out? And is God calling people in the church to give especially towards this building project, and see how much is given that could be used towards this? And if you're interested in that, it was in the letter, but you'd give to Vision 2020. And if you give to Vision 2020, we will be utilizing that money both to deal with the furnace, and we are also going to be utilizing monies to deal with some of the safety issues that we have as far as just making sure that the facility is as safe as we can have it be. So I want to just give you this reminder, invite you into this discipline. Bring your wallets before the Lord. Lord, everything that I have belongs to you. Everything that you've given me, it comes from you. Lord, what are you calling me to do? Thank you, and God bless. Oh, and have a happy Thanksgiving.